We back. Trying to knock these out. We close. Big one here, Jackie Robinson. Let's go.
In many ways, Jackie Roosevelt Robinson was the beginning, but also the end. He was the beginning of change, not only in baseball, but in American society. His breaking of the color barrier also signaled the end of the Negro Leagues. And a lot of people don't know that Jackie Robinson's illustrious professional baseball career began in Kansas City in 1945 with the Kansas City Monarchs. The question that is so commonly posed to me is, was he the best player in the Negro Leagues? And the answer is no. There were other Negro League veterans who were far superior baseball players to Jackie Robinson. And that is not to disparage Jackie Robinson, because he is one of the greatest athletes in American sports history. He was a four-sport star at UCLA. Baseball was his weakest sport, but Jackie Robinson was absolutely the right man to be the first. So he's college educated. He had served in the military. He was disciplined. He would become married to the beautiful Rachel Robinson. He was stable. You see, Jackie had what I like to refer to as the intangible that better prepared him to deal with the immense racial hatred that he would be confronted with, which is part of the reason why he was the chosen one to break Major League Baseball's color barrier.
Get hot like a skillet. Think about money in the building. On the phone with the lender and I'm living. If the bank had a cap, I would deal it. Like really?
Jackie Robinson steps in for the first time as a member of the Kansas City Monarchs. The pitch. That one ripped. Nice grab. Jackie Robinson had so much inner strength to endure the burden of being the first to cross the Major League Baseball color line. Right side, Smith moving back for this one. Can't get there, base hit. Lead runner around second. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third, nobody out.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Line drive, base hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
How did we get here? Started with a kiss, then another kiss, then another kiss, then a covered dish with white rice, greens, and smothered fish. I'm lying.
So 1 out, nobody on. Jackie Robinson getting ready to hit. To the right side. They get the out on Robinson. You know, Singy, Jackie was a tremendous athlete, but he wasn't the only one in his family. Ripped on a line. And that should be extra bases. Sutton headed for the plate, and that's a double. Across is the runner from first, and now just a 2-run deficit.
Well, that gets them a little closer in this one. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Reaching for it and brings it
Bro,
in.
you really gonna tell me that's a...
In 1936 at the Berlin Olympic Games, Jesse Owens won the gold medal in the 200-meter dash in one of the most iconic moments in Olympic history. You know who finished second? Mac Robinson, Jackie's older brother.
Yeah, and he did that with a heart condition that he...
certainly, in my own opinion, had it not been for World War II, I don't think Jackie Robinson gets invited to try out for the Monarchs. The Monarchs roster had been decimated by World War II. Buck O'Neill serving in the Navy. Hank Thompson, he's serving in the Army. Monarchs Hall of Fame outfielder Willard Brown is serving in the Army. So if the Monarchs have their full roster intact, Jackie Robinson never gets invited to try out. And how would history have been altered?
Base is empty, one away. Jackie Robinson digs in now. Now a fly ball to right center. And no one can get there. It falls in. Around first, heading for two. Around second now, going for three. Pulls into third safely with a triple. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely, it's a double and his second hit.
Jackie Robinson would make his Kansas City Monarch debut on May 6, 1945. He goes 1 for 4 with a run-scoring double and stole a base in the Monarchs' win over the Chicago American Giants. He's often right. He would put together a stellar 1945 season with the Monarchs, one worthy of him being invited to play in the East-West All-Star Game. Of course, by the end of that 1945 season, Jackie had disappeared. He was plucked away by the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Jackie to the plate. He's been showing some good pop lately. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Chris, before Jackie played a single game for the Monarchs, he actually had a tryout for the major leagues a few weeks earlier. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's two down. Jackie went with Sam Jethro and Marvin Williams, both outstanding hitters, to try out for the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. But really, it was more for show than anything else. The Red Sox ended up not integrating until 1959 with Pumpsie Green. Now a screamer into the outfield. McDonald makes the play, 1 up, 1 down.
Look, you mentioned that Red Sox tryout. They likely could have dominated in that era if they had Jackie, Sam Jethro, and Marvin Williams to go along with Ted Williams and Dom DiMaggio. Man, what a team that could have been.
In the air out towards right center. McDonald, as he glides to his left, flashes the leather on the run and catch. 2 away. Jackie to the plate. He's been showing some good pop lately. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Chris, before Jackie played a single game for the Monarchs, he actually had a tryout for the major leagues a few weeks earlier. Bounce to the left side. They get the out on Robinson. Jackie went with Sam Jethro and Marvin Williams, both outstanding hitters, to try out for the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. But really, it was more for show than anything else. The Red Sox ended up not integrating until 1959 with Pumpsie Green.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Ripped to short. Murray gloves it. Murray jumps, throws to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
He was all over that one. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And that's down. A base hit. And that extends the inning. In with a double and the go-ahead run.
I got a question. As serious as cancer. Who can keep
Jackie did not like his time in the Negro Leagues. And it wasn't because he didn't have great respect for the talent that was there in the Negro Leagues. Jackie Robinson hated the fact that he had to play in a Negro League. Jackie's mindset was that if I have the talent, I should be able to play in whatever league is available to me. And Jim Crow did not sit very well with Jackie Robinson. He was Los Angeles. He's California. So he wasn't accustomed to some of the things that the players in the Negro Leagues were having to endure. Long bus rides, going into towns where you weren't sure where you could get something to eat or have a place to stay. So life in the Negro Leagues left a bit of a sour taste in Jackie Robinson's mouth.
One out, base is empty. Jackie Robinson, the next to hit. Slice to right. They get the out on Robinson. And a couple of quick outs. Singing the life of a Negro Leagues player could be really hard. Jackie and the Monarchs once took a bus from Kansas City more than 24 hours east of Philadelphia, played a doubleheader the day they got there, and then left the next day.
Waste no time there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
It was a hard life, Boog, and that's before you even factor in the discrimination they face. You know, most restaurants and hotels wouldn't even allow them in. Jackie said finding even a passable place to eat was a problem almost every day, and that players felt lucky if they could get a plate of cold cuts.
0-2 now. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Gets it to first. They get the out on Robinson.
Baby girl, love me a little too chunky for me. Call Lance. Facts. 30 years with that. Like I feel.
So up next, Jackie Robinson. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, you hear about a lot of guys who are 2 or 3 sports stars in college. Jackie Robinson, a 4 sports star. He was a Division I standout in baseball, basketball, football, and track.
Tosses to first. They get the out on Robinson. That one the other way. That's a base hit as a run scores. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they lead by 4.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. I'll tell you, man, it's such a good feeling when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that. I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
And that's down, a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Shine bright as an example of a champion. Taking the advantage, never copping out or canceling. Burn like a chariot, learn how to carry it.
So digging in, Jackie Robinson. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Liner snagged at first. We see Jackie with the Monarchs here, but a year later, 1946, he had to break the minor league color line in the International League with the Montreal Royals. And he proved he was more than good enough for the competition. And that's down, a base hit. Now a long throw home. In comes the run from second. We're tied at 1.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Off-speed pitch on the inside part of the plate. He turned on it nicely down the line. Nice job to not spin off of it and pull that thing foul.
That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
That's ripped into the outfield. And no one can get there. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Dodger half of the second, Jackie Robinson leads off.
Well, Jackie Robinson was a tremendously gifted athlete. He quickly adopted that style of play that was signature of Negro Leagues baseball. Bold, brash, aggressive. And that's what he took with him over to Major League Baseball. And he was driving Major League pitchers crazy by stealing bases, and particularly his knack for stealing home. And of course, that was his nod to the Negro Leagues.
I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic.
Now the third baseman, Sutton. Clark checks on first. Robinson back in on a dive. Here goes Jackie. Swing and a miss.
1 ball.
And Jackie swipes second.
What a thrill to see Jackie.
That was super easy. Need more like that.
Jackie Robinson walks out on that field on April 15, 1947, and I draw the parallel of Jackie Robinson's breaking of the color barrier to carrying the same euphoria that we saw as a nation when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. And for black folks, Jackie Robinson's debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers, he became the first man to walk on the moon. 21 million black folks were counting on him and carrying the weight of an entire race, being thrust into a world where no one wanted you to be there. It was just a thing of beauty. It was electrifying, and it was exciting, and it was truly captivating.
They gon' throw socks on my name, meet me home till I'm finished, till it walk full of faces. I'm calling me God, welcome to the jungle.
An iconic moment in baseball history. Jackie Robinson's first at bat as a Brooklyn Dodger. Out there to center, Leonard under this one, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Well, Jackie's debut for the Dodgers is one of the most significant events of the 20th century, period. It was bigger than sports. It was a turning point in American history.
Swing and a base hit.
Nothing easy is worth it. We all live and we die. What you leaving this earth with? Don't crease now, I never.
We were counting on Jackie to succeed. because his success was seen as advancement for a race of people who had been belittled for so long. That is an enormous amount of pressure for any one man to have to bear. In a game that is predicated on failure, he can't fail. Who knows how long it would have been before another black man would have gotten the opportunity to play in the major leagues. Somehow, Jackie Robinson summoned the will to perform at an incredible level. He earned the very first Rookie of the Year award, and he did so carrying the weight of an entire race of people on his shoulders.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4". Got the window. Pockets full of hundreds, no sing.
One down, and stepping in is the speedy Jackie Robinson. On the ground to third, and that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Count 1-0.
First pitch, not close. If Jackie hadn't been as great as he was on the field, it could have set back the cause by years. But he was so good that he won the first ever Rookie of the Year award while leading the National League in stolen bases. Fittingly enough, now the Rookie of the Year award is named after Jackie Robinson. Rocketed out towards right center. Can't get there. Base hit.
Here at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, we make the bold assertion that Jackie Robinson's breaking of the color barrier wasn't just a part of the civil rights movement, it was the beginning. This is 1947. This is before Brown versus the Board of Education. This is before Rosa Parks' refusal to move to the back of the bus. As my dear friend, the late great Buck O'Neill would so eloquently say, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was merely a sophomore at Morehouse College when Robinson signs his contract to play in the Brooklyn Dodgers organization. President Harry S. Truman would not integrate the armed forces until a year after Jackie. So for all intents and purposes, this is what started the ball of social progress rolling in our country. So for those of you who subscribe to the belief that one person cannot invoke change, you need to look no further than one Jackie Robinson.
Fans, opposing players, he talked about all the people who are going to be anti. He said we're going to have some people on our side, but we really are not going to have very many allies. We're going to have to do this thing simply by the box score.
Let's go. Another one bites the dust. Got that card, 2 more to go.